welcome. My name is Katie with Carolina Foothills Real Estate, and this week my coffee cup matches my shirt. Got that paisley pattern going on. But as always, I have my little notebook here where I've written down everything that I want to talk about. So if you do see me looking down or flipping pages, that's what I'm doing. But this week is very special to me. I'm bringing up, well, I narrowed it down to 10 tips for first-time home buyers. And the reason I say it's special to me is because when my husband was going through buying our first home, we were engaged and I was just worried about the wedding, and so I was not focused on the house at all, except I wanted cows in a pasture somewhere close to us. So I've learned a lot through the process, and some things that I wish I would have known, and just overall. So with that being said, first-time home buyers, if I am sitting here chatting to you through the screen, congratulations, what an exciting time of your life to be in, buying your first home. And if you have not found an agent and you like what I have to say and my drive and I communicate well to you, then I would love to have a phone call with you or sit down and chat about what is important to you and what you are looking for in terms of buying your first house. Or if you're not buying a first house and you're buying a house and you stumbled across this video, I'd love to help you. But let's go ahead and dive in, because like I said, we have 10 things that I want to share with you. So first up, find an agent. I hear you loud and clear. You have saved, you have pinched pennies, and you're like, listen, Katie, I do not have money to buy a house with an agent. So I'm going for sale by owner. I'm just going to represent myself. And to you, I say, hold the phone, hold it, just stop right there. I have such a fun little insider for you. The seller, so the person who is listing their house, when they work with an agent, that is how the commission is covered. So when that buyer agent has home buyers who are like, yes, this is the house, this is what I want, the listing agent is actually splitting that commission with the buyer's agent. So you do not have to have any money coming out of your pocket in terms of that commission. So just want to give you that little surprise, so don't let that be an excuse. And next, number 2, so communicate. Let the agent you're working with know exactly what you want, and make sure that they're communicating clearly with you so that what you want is understood and they are looking for what interests you and what is very important to you. Number 3 is to get pre-approved. So let's say that you're like, okay, Katie, in about 6 months, I'm interested in buying a house, or I'm interested in starting to look. Before, hear me out very clearly, especially for today's market, before you even start looking for the house, get pre-approved. Make sure you're sending your W-2, your taxes, everything that lender needs, so that you, when the time has come, let's say you start looking for a house and you're like, oh my gosh, I've stumbled upon the perfect house. One, you can put an offer in with a pre-approval letter, which takes your offer very seriously. So that seller is going to take you very seriously. That's what I meant to say. And then you also want to be able to know your budget. So you want to be able to know what kind of houses you can look at. And that's very important. Number 4, ask questions. Let your agent walk you through this process seamlessly. So what I mean by that is there's never a stupid question. There's never too many questions when you're buying a huge purchase like your first home. So if your agent is too busy or doesn't have that time to dedicate to you and do their research on your wants, your needs for your family, then what you need to do is just reevaluate and find another agent. But your agent is equipped in this. They went to school for this. They've had training on this. They know exactly what they're doing, and they can help you through this process, and it can be a cakewalk. Number 5, down payment. So I'm sure your parents have been like, you need to save, pinch all your pennies, save 20% down before you're even ready to start looking for a house. Yes, 20% down would be perfect. So there are government programs that will allow you to save maybe 5% down instead of that 20, which is a really big gap. Or if you have a VA loan, you don't have to have any percent down, which is incredible too. So make sure you know your options with that. Number 6, This one's really simple. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Make sure you have a reservoir of cash because there are closing costs on the buyer's end. There may be things that you want to do to the house. There may be furniture. You wanna be comfortable through this process. So again, make sure you have a reservoir of cash. Number 7, I said this already with the being pre-approved, but know your budget. Know your budget to a T. Don't overextend yourself if you don't have to. Just don't ever overextend yourself. I'm huge on budget, so know your budget. That comes with the pre-approval letter as well. And number 8. So number 8, do not skip home inspections. I know with the market the way that it is and how quick that you have to have offers in and everything, it is really popular to skip an inspection, but honestly, one, what if there was something that you didn't know was wrong with the house and it was a big severe problem? But also that inspection is going to allow you to look 5-7 years in the future as a homeowner and say, okay, this is what I know that I need to budget for. This is going to be maintenance on the home. That's really smart too. So do not skip the home inspection. It is your home. You want to be a professional on what's happening in your home, in the walls, in the basement, the whole shebang. Number 9, it is okay to not know everything about home buying because you will also be working with an agent. With that, I just have to say buyer's agents exist for a reason. And lastly, no, not lastly, you want to make sure you're working with somebody who understands the market and then your needs and communicates clearly. Now, let's move on to number 10. I did put 2 in 1 here just because I feel like it's really important, but have a trustworthy lender and make sure you know your credit score and what you are doing with your credit score. And make sure that future purchases or maybe a purchase you're looking at for Christmas or something doesn't hinder what you are trying to do in the future. And that is all that I have for first-time home buyers. So I'll put a summary in the little comments discussion part underneath. And if you have any other questions or you want to chat, if you're interested in working with me as a buyer's agent, I would be so honored. And I hope that you're having a great week. I will see you back here next week.